This is going to be your weekly tarot and oracle forecast. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the energies for the upcoming week, break it down day by day, and let you know how to navigate. So as I'm filming this, it is late Sunday morning. It's really sunny and beautiful out today. It's almost like a bit of calm energy after this intense full moon in Aries that we just had, yet it's still electric. I can't explain it. You know, it's like calm yet intense. I don't know the words. So things do feel good, but there's change in the air, you know? So you might be feeling the emotion still, but that's because we're processing. And that's a good thing. We need to feel, right? If you're not feeling right now, then that means you're kind of numbing what's happening, or you're trying to push everything away. And I want to remind you, what you resist persists, okay? So let's take a look at some of the messages for the upcoming week. Now, as a reminder, Venus has moved into Sagittarius, which should feel a lot lighter. And that is a really good thing for any Sagittarius placements. So let's see what's going on here. The Chariot, determination, discipline, and concentration. This is about moving forward, and this is victory. Yeah, we're moving forward. Absolutely. And this is my whole point. If you're resisting this forward motion or movement, then it's going to build up and it will come back at you harder. And I don't say that to you out of fear. I say that out of guidance, out of love. You can't resist anymore, you know, because the more you're trying to avoid something, I'm telling you, the more it just comes right at you. I have been there. I'm sure many of you have felt that before yourself. Let's see what's going on. In perfect harmony. I believe we saw this card actually last week. In perfect harmony, we want peace, right? We want to move forward towards good things, right? And you're not getting peace and harmony if you're resisting, okay? And let's get a Four Agreements card and see what we, oh, there we go. What is it? Express your love. There are some very strong lovey vibes in the air. I'm not going to lie. You know, a lot of the readings that I've been posting talk about communication and somebody wanting to send that message. And look, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, communication is a good thing, but I don't want you to lean in so much right away. You know, even if someone comes back, it doesn't mean they're coming correct. I always have to say that. And we can't hold the attachment to someone doing something that we want them to do. So I would say lean back, listen to whatever that message is or that conversation, and go from there. But we want to make sure that we stay in harmony and balance. We don't want to suddenly just lean in. Now this says, okay, impeccability of the word can be measured by your level of self-love. If you love yourself, you will express that love in your interactions with others, and that action will produce a like reaction. Okay, I'm really happy that that's what that card just said, because it kind of sums up what I've been saying myself, and that is self-love, confidence in yourself, leaning back is necessary. It's key to attracting the love that you want. If you just lean in and overgive and, you know, bow to whatever comes in, then you're not really showing yourself a level of self-love that is attracting what you want. And I'm not saying that we have to be difficult, or that we have to be a wall, or that we have to have, you know, this game playing in regards to communication. I'm not all about this matching energy where it's like, well, I'm not going to respond for 3 hours because they didn't respond for 3 hours, or whatever it is. Look, if somebody comes in and wants to talk, listen, sure. But show yourself respect, compassion, and love by weighing whether it's the right thing for you. Again, just because it comes in doesn't mean that it's going to be the right thing for you. You have to evaluate that and not jump so fast. I think sometimes we're just waiting so much for that communication. You know, and I get it. I've been there. I've done that. And every time I leaned in, every time I was understanding, every time, you know, I excused it, nothing changed. I always say, I could understand it, Really, I can. I can understand the reasons why people do what they do, why they ghost, why they, disappear for a little while and come back, or they have avoidance. I can understand all of that. But it doesn't mean I have to accept it or allow it in my day-to-day. That's me showing my self-love and care because I'm protecting my energy. So, food for thought. Okay, we'll see how that plays out in our reading this week. But yeah, there's definitely lovey vibes and nostalgia too. I mean, very intense dreams. I've been communicating over the last couple days or so that I had a dream about the process of me getting sparked. It's been a long journey since 2017, and I had an update recently that said to me, see you Tuesday. It's okay. Not see you next Tuesday. Ha, ha, ha. But no, see you Tuesday. And Tuesday is the 22nd. And funny, I didn't know what that meant until I started seeing videos and posts about how there's a massive shift happening on October 22nd. Now that is Tuesday. We'll see what comes up in our reading. I don't know. And I'm not nervous about it or anxious about it just because I had it in my dream or because I've channeled it through. It just means I'm indifferent to whatever comes my way. And that is the key, right? The difference is indifference. No attachments, living your life, doing the best you possibly can. Now, another thought that came up in a video recently from someone is about the nodal changes. So back in, I believe, April of 2017, don't quote me, I believe it's April of 2017, we were at the inverse, as in North Node in Virgo, South Node in Pisces. And coming up in early 2025, we're going to be the opposite. We're going to be North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. So there is this interesting connection back to that time in 2017. Now, I don't know what was going on in your life. Take a second and reflect. For me, it was actually when I sort of said to my ex-husband, hey, listen, if this doesn't change, I'm done. And that was April of 2017. And then I was sparked May of 2017. This person came into my life and really changed everything for me. And I'm so blessed and I'm so thankful. Really, the amount of gratitude that I have is, unmeasurable because it's brought me so many beautiful things, including what I'm doing now and being able to talk to all of you and to live the best life that I could imagine, couldn't imagine at the time, but I certainly do now, Oh, I got a kitty fight going on in the background in case any of you hear that, but I digress. Yeah, if you can hear it in the background, it's intense. Maybe it's full moon vibes. Let's see. Let's take a look at what's going on each day of the week. On Monday. What if your strangeness is actually your brilliance? Oh, the moon. Of course. Okay, duality, hidden gem, secret power. Interesting. You are a gem. What is your secret power? What's something that people don't know about you? I'd be really curious to know in the comments. I've always shared my secret power, and that is I can understand why people do what they do, even if I don't agree with it. I've been very blessed with objectivity versus subjectivity. And that could be for various reasons in my astrology chart, but I would say that I can just sort of understand. I just know, why things happen the way that they do. And like I said, I don't have to agree with it. I don't have to allow it into my daily life or accept it, but I can certainly understand it or know it. So the moon, you might be feeling the moon energy on Monday still from all of this intensity. No surprise. And here's Tuesday. Oh, the emotions. Honoring the flow of all the emotions, alchemy, processing, and sensitivity. Look, this is really important because whenever I think of alchemy, right, it's turning something into something else. And therefore, I always say, take what you've learned from the past, apply it to the present so you can have a better future. And that's the process of arrival, right? So definitely you might be feeling the emotions on Tuesday because it is a shift. It's a letting go in order to have the new. And let's take a look at Wednesday. We have here Dark Night of the Soul. Yep, transformation, awakening, and tower moment. Interesting. I'm going to have to just take this out of the camera for a second. It's hard to read what's on there. I can't read the word. I wish I could. She dug changes in her heart until she found the light. I can't read that word, but unfortunately, well, I can only do the best I can. But anyways, dark night of the soul. So yeah, massive transformation change. The emotions, you know, maybe the residual effects are coming through, you know, of this energy. It's coming around sort of like full circle, if that makes sense. Okay, let's take a look at Thursday. I think it was this card that wanted to come out. The Shaman. Lunatic, Insights, Cosmos. It says on here, am I crazy or is it the moon? Oh boy, we're feeling it. Oh, we're feeling the aftershocks. And you know what always makes me giggle? I mean, I'm sure you all have people around you like this, or friends or coworkers or whatever, that, you know, think you're crazy because you follow the moon cycle. You know, I remember when I was teaching and I would go to school and it was a full moon and I'd be like, oh, do you feel that? Because the kids on a full moon are either like bouncing off the walls or they're like seriously tired. And you can always tell when it's a full moon. You can just always tell. And I used to always ask my friends in healthcare, or anytime I was at a hospital, you know, I would ask the nurses and say, what's it like on a full moon? And I would always hear the feedback. And one time I had a friend who kind of didn't believe me, and you know, she asked a friend of hers who works in the emergency at a hospital and got the answer that I said. You know, not that I was about being right, but it was like, yeah, the moon certainly affects people. And not everybody believes in that. I get it. How many of you notice the full moon at your workplace? How many of you work in healthcare, you know, at a hospital, or as a first responder even, or have family members that notice these trends? I'm really curious to know in the comments. But anyways, yeah, the residual effects of the moon. Let's see. On Friday, we have here growing pains, healing, patience, and unconscious. Absolutely. Wow, you can't even make this up. Like, you can feel the residual effects, healing and patience. Now, patience is trusting the process. It's not waiting on anybody or anything. And this is my point about being indifferent and letting go of the attachments. You know, there's a lot of unconscious things going on. I totally get it. But sparking new energy is always the key. Okay, let's take a look at Saturday. Give to the mind and it gives back. Inspiration, mood, and cycle. Now, you can visit your headspace. You can't live there, so please be mindful of that. Okay, no pun intended, be mindful. Give to the mind, be compassionate to yourself. Moods might be up and down, but inspiration is about sparking new energy, and there's a new cycle beginning. That's the whole point of cycles, right? Especially with the moon cycle. Because after a full moon, what we're doing then is we're going towards the new moon, which will be a new moon in Scorpio. I mean, we have Scorpio season actually coming very quickly. Now, hold on a second. Scorpio energy, this is the 21st, in my part of the world anyways, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. 23rd, interesting, dark night of the soul. I believe the 23rd is usually the date where we get into Scorpio season. But regardless, you can see it. You know when you're in Scorpio season. You know when the moon is in Scorpio because you feel that intensity and that energy. And I do love Scorpios. I think as a Virgo, there's just always a beautiful bond there and understanding, you know? Let's see. Let's take a look at Sunday. So we're in this in the Scorpio energy. Ooh, see, look at the intensity. I'm like dropping cards and that nervous laugh that I just had. Could you surrender just a bit more? You can. The Seeker, all-seeing eye, spirit, and release. Absolute. Can you just surrender just a little bit more? Let go just a little bit more, step by step and day by day. And oh, there's a motorcycle driving by here. Freedom. Go for a ride. Maybe somebody's into motorcycles, or the idea of a drive that releases the mind a little bit, right? And the sneak peek at the next week. See the past, releasing, rebirth, and spring. And so I listened as my soul told me to let the past go so that I may awaken. Again, take what you've learned from the past, apply it to the present so you can have a better future. Wow. Okay. Love it. Let's go to the tarot. This feels like a longer reading today. You know, it's funny. I go through stages where some readings are like really short and then sometimes they're really long. And you never know, right? Depends on the energies or the intensity. Let's see. The moon. Yeah, the Emperor making power moves. Making power moves. The Emperor drives the chariot. Remember, we saw the chariot at the very beginning. We're going towards our victory. We're making power moves. We have a secret power that's going to help us move forward. Now let's see these emotions on Tuesday. The Three of Pentacles, collaboration, working together and going to the next level. There's something special about this time. Okay, that dark night of the soul on Wednesday. Yeah, the burdens. Somebody's going to really feel it. Ten of Wands is mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally exhausted. Even the cards like are kind of slippery, you know. You can feel, you can feel. I'm laughing because it's like, I don't know, it's not funny, but it's like a nervous laugh. I don't know if anybody's feeling that vibe too, where it's like, you know, it's not really funny, but it's like, oh boy, you know, what's coming our way here. Okay, the shaman energy, lunatic. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles, studying and learning. See, insights and an offer from the cosmos. You're going to get some sort of offer here. Okay, the growing pains, healing. Yeah, Ace of Wands, a spark, a passionate new beginning. I told you got to spark new energy. Always. Always. Put yourself out there. Join, you know, a new sport, a new hobby. Go for walks every day. Get out in nature. Meet new people. I don't know. Put yourself out there in love. And I know that's hard and people don't want to do that, but how else are you going to get better? You know, I heard something really interesting in a video the other day that maybe I should share, and that is, tell me, what's it like to start a business? Is it easy? Think of it like love. Is it easy? You know, did the best businesses in the world become the best by just giving up and letting go and not persevering? No. You know, anything that has been successful has taken a lot of work and perseverance, and the same goes for love, right? We can't give up ever. And I always say that's been my success in regards to my love life, is that it took me many years. You know, I've been through a lot of dates. I know those dating apps inside and out. I know those profiles, but that's because I put myself out there and I never stopped. I didn't give up. And I don't want you to give up either. So let's see, Six of Pentacles. Give to the mind and it gives back. Six of Pentacles is investment. It's equal giving and receiving and balance. Put something out there, you'll attract. Okay, let's see, the Seeker. Surrendering just a little bit more. Yeah, to love, exactly. And look, I'm going to call this, as I've been saying this recently, the 212. The 212 means everybody wants this Two of Cups. That's how we always seem to start. We forget that we need to fill our own cup. So automatically people skip the Ace of Cups and they go right to the Two of Cups. I want partnership. I want them to come correct. Well, if you want someone to come correct, you have to come correct. You've got to model that behavior for yourself and for others, right? So people start with the Two of Cups and then realize, uh-oh, I got to go back to the Ace of Cups, back to the drawing board. Okay. When you go to that Ace of Cups and you work on yourself, then all of a sudden you can attract the Two of Cups. So I call it the 212. Now, what's 2 + 1 + 2? It's 5. 5 equals big changes ahead. If you want the big change, you got to go for the 212. Now, the past, right? Letting it go so that we can have a better future. You got to get out of the wounds. You got to push through. You got to get through that emotional pain body. I know that it's tough, but it is so worth it. Isn't your happiness worth it? Aren't you worth it? Let's see. Okay, that Emperor. Balance, uplifting, freedom. Rise above. Don't resist. There you go. I knew it. What you resist persists. Don't resist. Okay. So Tuesday, collaboration, going to the next level, emotions, person of air. Well, that could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, but this is about communication. Oh, my stomach just kind of gurgled there. I don't know if you heard it. Interesting. I believe there's communication somehow that day, because air energy is thoughts and communication. You don't have to be an air sign or dealing with an air sign. This can be anybody. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. On Wednesday, we talked about kind of going into Scorpio season and having, you know, the burdens and the dark night of the soul. It takes hard work and diligence and persistence and stamina. Even when it's tough, you can do it. Now let's see this Page of Pentacles, this offer, this recognition of something. Yeah, a decision. This could be legal matters. Something could come to light in regards to a contract or some sort of legal matter, even a divorce. But it also comes down to an important decision, right? It does say offer accepted. Wow. Page of Pentacles is an offer. Very interesting week. Okay, Ace of Wands. Ooh, thunderstorm, power, energy shift, opportunity to overcome. Something's booming. Yes, yes, yes. There's that Scorpio energy right there. I love it. Okay, that investment. Person of water. We're really getting the, I mean, that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I mean, I'm not surprised with the water energy of Scorpio season. Emotionally connected, psychic, empathic, intuitive, sensitive, heart-centered, feels deeply. Be careful you don't take anything too personally right now, too, because it is a sensitive time. Okay, now this Two of Cups, this partnership. Yeah, worn down. Interesting. And, you know, going back to the seeker here, could you just surrender a little more? Look, when you're tired and you're burdened, surrender, surrender, surrender. I don't know how many more times I can say surrender. Are you in the old? Are you in the new? Do you want to be worn down? Do you want to feel like everything sucks? No, of course not, right? There's that Nine of Wands. You got to work through it. And yeah, you got to light up. You got to ignite. You got to burn the old narrative. Because we want new. Now, something I've noticed here is that we have 888. That could be an angel number that you're seeing. Very, very interesting. Okay. Well, that being said, let's take a couple Power of Surrender cards here just to see what we need to surrender or surrender to. As always, I thank you all for your kindness and your support. Please give me a like, a comment, even if it's just an emoji. I appreciate the interaction. It really helps the algorithm and for people to find my videos. So let's see. What do we need to surrender or surrender to this week? Surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you're telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Moonology card for the new moon in Scorpio, which actually is November 1st, is work through your fears. What is it you need to work through right now? What are you afraid of? Declare in the comments what you want to work through. What are you afraid of that you intend to work through? Let's set an intention and put it into motion. You know, it's kind of funny how it feels like I answered the question. Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. You are ready to let love in. Wow. Surrender your desire to control people 100%. Being over-controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. You know, listen, I said this earlier to somebody, and I want to just sort of reiterate this message. Maybe there was a reason I said it. And that is, we're always looking for the one. You know, I hear people say, Kelly, are they the one? Look, many people can be the one. We're always holding these attachments to somebody having to be the one, wanting to be the one for us. But guess who's the one? You're the one. You're the one. All of this is about your growth and your evolution and you being better than you've ever been before. Romance is a byproduct or a bonus of all of this work. And when you achieve what you want or better, you can't even imagine how good it feels. And I've worked through this and I can tell you it feels incredible. And you can do it too. You got this, okay? I send you so much love. I wish you all an amazing week.